Hey guys, and welcome to FTB Skyblock Infinity. I think that's how you do it. Expert mode in particular. So this is not TTFT cuts. I'm going to give it a couple more weeks. And by that I mean I'm going to keep trying for a couple more weeks and see if the server sorts itself out TTFT cuts wise. And if it doesn't get itself together, we may have to declare the series dead. But Cuts has informed me that the server will remain on. So if things clear up in the future, even after I've declared the series dead, it may be resurrected later. But again, I'm going to give it a couple more weeks. I'm going to keep trying over the next couple of weeks, and if we can't, then we may take this over. And this is a Skyblock map. So a lot of you are probably familiar with FTB Infinity Expert Mode already. That's your usual Minecraft fare, and that you have a world to play on. This version is, as you can see, a Skyblock map. And I've already got started a little bit here. You can start off with some stuff, 8 oak saplings. So I've made a profit so far. And you start off with a water source block and a lava source block, and I've made myself a cobble generator. I've also started getting myself some cobble. I've built a crafting station and a slab furnace. But this series should be pretty cool. It's probably going to be pretty long-winded too if we keep going with it. I'm going to see how you guys gauge this first episode. If you want to see more, please let me know in the comments. It's really important for me to know whether I should keep going with something, because that's how TTFT Cuts server got so popular as a series here, is because you guys voiced that you wanted me to keep going with it. So it's going to be the same here. Please let me know whether this is something you want to keep looking at and keep playing with, and we will do that. So I guess what we do now is I'm just going to get myself a whole lot of cobble and a whole lot of wood, and then we're going to get started. So this is going to be the first cut, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay, I am back, and I've created a nice wide platform for trees. Cobble burning is the weirdest thing. I don't think chests can burn, but you know, I'm just not going to risk it, not on a Skyblock map. So, really, at this point, what we need to do, the next step in a Skyblock map, is usually to get ourselves a crook, which is what I am going to get now, I think. I think that'll be enough. Crook. Okay, a basic wooden crook. Yes, that should be enough. So what you do with a crook, it's an ex nihilo thing. And a crook, I do want multiple of them. You break leaves with it. That's the important part. And when you break leaves with it, you have the chance of dropping a silkworm. There we go. Or saplings. There's a higher chance of getting saplings out of that, but it's really the silkworms we're after, because what you do with a silkworm is you infect trees. So what we're going to do in a bit here, after I've tried to get another silkworm, one will do for now though. Okay, we'll grow up this tree at the back here to prove a point. Oh, that's a nice big one actually. And then we infect that leaf. And so that leaf now, hopefully, is infected, or infested I should say, not infected, infested with silkworm. And that silkworm will populate the tree, hopefully, and turn it into silk covered, I think it's called. Something close to that. I'm going to try and get one, because I think that didn't take properly. I don't think the silkworm took properly to that leaf. There you went. Alright. So jump and place. Yeah, there we go. So infesting, and then once that gets to 100, it'll infest the other leaves around it and keep going and going until the whole thing is infested. And when they drop, they have the chance to drop string, and we are after string because we want to make a sifter. No, not a sifter. It's not called a sifter. No. Terrible. Mods. Oh. What? Why are you disabled? Yellow. There it is. We want a sieve, not a sifter, a sieve. Silk mesh, which is made out of 9 string. So that's why we want this thing to go and infect that tree nice and quickly. And I might actually help it along by double infesting it. If I can find another silkworm in some trees. But I also do need wood at the same time, so this is actually a good practice for me to be doing right now. Oh, down came another silkworm, so let's infect the back half of the tree. Infest, I keep saying infect, but that's what diseases do. Or rather bacteria does. Silkworms are bugs. They do not infect. Cool. So, I'm going to wait until this tree has infested this tree quite a lot, and then we'll cut it down and we'll get some string out of it, which will be very, very useful for us because we'll be able to get on with the next part of Skyblock. So back briefly, you can see it starts to speed up quite quickly once the first one has taken hold. And this one at the back here is taken hold quite well too. This one will obviously beat this one, but hopefully this tree will be nice and infested very, very soon. And we're going to get a lot of product out of this, hopefully, since this tree has many, many leaves. So I'm just going to wait some more. Hopefully it'll be daytime by the time I'm prepared to cut down this tree so that it's not so gloomy out. See you soon. Alright, this tree is nowhere near fully infested, but I do want to get this show on the road, so why don't we just work at it now and good old cut down the tree. And then I'm going to do something vanilla with this tree farm, which is placing a block above the middle of where the tree would grow, and that forces it to only grow up to a certain height, rather than the possibility of having these big trees, because you don't always want these big trees. That's the thing, especially on a Skyblock map, because it just makes things unpredictable. And the one thing you want on a Skyblock map is efficiency, and efficiency means as little unpredictability as you can possibly get your hands on. So let's work our way up here to the roof of the tree and take out all these logs so that we can get fast decay taking hold. That would be wonderful. There we go, there's some. There's some more. Oh, we're going to have so much string, it's going to be wonderful. I see you in there. Don't you try to hide. Okay, that's the back half of the tree. Almost. Almost. Get out of here. Unfortunately, I didn't make more than one axe, so yes, I'm going to punch this down. I will probably just jump down off this trunk once I'm done. In fact, let's break off those. There we go. Because that, I think the leaves depend on decay when they're only adjacent to wood, so that's why those decayed quickly. Get out of here. This tree was rather large. Is that the last one? Oh yeah. I think that, no, there's one still in there, hiding away. Off you go. Good. So now we should have quite a lot of string, which we do. 21 string from one large tree. That's not bad. It could be better though. Not entirely sure why it was so bad. Maybe the fast decay doesn't get the string like punching it does. So we want to make a silken mesh so that we can, well, we want 2 silken meshes actually, so that we can make a sieve, which is 1, 2 for the sticks and 2 either side, and a couple of silken mesh we have our oak sieve. Hooray! This thing we'll put right here. And for convenience's sake, we'll put that there. Don't have to, but we will need lights around here at some point because obviously Skyblocks are notorious for creating mob farms. Now what do you do with this? Well, we can't actually do anything with it yet. I need to make a hammer. Give me the hammer. The right kind of hammer specifically. The Nihilo hammer. This one. Stone hammer. Right, so that is 2 sticks. We'll just make a bunch of sticks. As you can see, you get reduced product from each of these. You get 2 wood from an oak log, and you get 2 sticks from 2 oak planks. This is intentional because you're encouraged to use the machines and stuff later, which actually give you better output. The sawmill will give you 6 planks from 1 log later on, which is better than the original recipe, but it's to encourage you to use it. So now let's drop some cobble down here and smash it. Smash that cobble, which gives us gravel. And we can actually put this gravel further. In fact, I will show you. Take the hammer to the gravel, you get sand. Take the sand to the hammer and you get dust. Take the gravel to the hammer, sand. So now we have 1 of each. I don't think we can sieve cobble. No, we can't. So let's do dust, which is a whole bunch of right clicking. That's cool. We got some powdered aluminium ore. Let's do some gravel. We get some lapis. Let's do another gravel. The other thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to find out what we actually want to do with this. The first thing we might want to do is automate this, right? And that means making a block breaker probably. So let's take a look. Oh, we didn't do the sand. And that's sand. You get crushed, sorry. So dust gives you generally dust ores. Sand gives you crushed ores, and gravel, even though we didn't get it, gives you broken ores. It's actually best to take it all the way down to dust to do this, because you actually get better output by hammering it over and over again down to dust and then trying to get the dust out of it. But let's take a look at a block breaker. No, a block breaker. Block breaker. We probably want our open blocks one, which is going to take a diamond pickaxe. So the question is, where do we get diamonds? Normal diamonds, please. And I know you can get them from sifting. Somewhere around here. Yes, from sifting gravel, there is a 1% chance. Right, what other chances do we have for block breakers? We also have our Project Red expansion block breaker. That's possibility 2. We need iron for that though, which means getting iron ore. And as you saw, getting dust is the way that you get iron. So we will need to break. I think we'll go with the Project Red one because 1% chance to get diamonds, that's not a good chance. But if I break this stuff down to gravel, then to sand, then to dust, there's potential we can get dust out of it. Iron dust. There's something far, far more insidious that I haven't shown you yet at work here. Normal dust is not your friend. It's not like the dust that your pulverizers and things that I keep looking behind myself so I don't kill myself. It's not like your thermal expansion pulverizers and what you're used to. You use a single dust to make a aluminium ore dust block, which you then use to make your single aluminium ingot. So that's where that is spooky, scary, and awfully difficult. So really we want to work our way through here and get as much iron dust as we can. And we're going to need, what is that? We are going to need 4 iron and some redstone. So redstone also comes out of here, I think, because it's a dust type. So who knows how long or how much cobble I'm going to have to go through in order to get our block breaker, but that is our #1 priority, really, so that we can sit and forget. Oh, well, we already have our redstone. Do we have any iron going on? We have 3 iron, so it's got a pretty good chance to get that. It's a 5%. No, that's draconium. Why are you showing me draconium? Where'd the iron go? Here. It's got a 20% drop chance from dust. That's really good. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to gather a whole bunch of cobble for myself so that I can block break that. And that should be good. I'll see you soon. Oh, we have rain. This is important. Barrel. We want to quickly make some oak barrels. And the reason for that is we need to collect that rain while it's around. Let's make, I don't know, 4 barrels sounds good to me. And the reason we want that is this is the only way we're going to get clay. And clay is very important. Good, 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 good. So to get clay, you break down stone into dust, and then instead of sieving it, you put the dust straight into these barrels, 1 dust block per barrel, and that will give you 4, well, in this case, 4 barrels full of water, and 4 dust blocks will get us 4 clay blocks. And clay is really important because you need it to make a bucket, clay bucket. Clay, or unfired maybe. Oh, sorry. Unfired crucible, rather. Because you need the porcelain clay, which is clay and bone meal. Very, very important thing to get in a Skyblock map with Xnilo. So, I'm going to continue getting gravel. Gravel? Cobble. And I'll be back once I've sieved it all. Alright, I'm back. I just wanted to briefly show you that I have 64 dust, and I am going to slowly work my way through it. This episode, by the way, may be shorter than usual. Not by playtime, though. I've already been going for 48 minutes by this point. I'm not sure entirely how much footage we have so far, but just letting you know, might be a shorter episode than usual. Alright guys, I'm back, and sadly, we only got enough iron dust for 3 iron ore. Well, 3 iron ingots. So that's the pickaxe done. That's the hard part, I guess. But what we might like to do now is I'm going to do some more cobble picking and hammering and see if I can't get that last 3 iron dust that we need. The other thing that I've been contemplating is how the balance of infinity is, because this isn't strictly a standard skyblock. And I'm just wondering, as far as iron goes, crushed iron? Well, best way to do this would be to look at gravel. So if we go all the way through, so we've got a 20% chance of getting iron dust from dust. We got 20% there as well. And sand... If it's 20 across the board, then I'll stick to doing dust, because you do get slightly more out of it. Where are we? Sieve. Aluminium, iron. It's 20 across the board, so I'll probably just keep using dust at this point. So I will be back once I have got some more iron dust, I guess. But we have some nice iron ingots. See you soon. Okay, I am back, or am I? I forgot that I'll need some cobble. That's alright. It is very annoying. This is the thing that I hate about vanilla cobble gens, and it won't happen once we have this breaker either, is when the item breaks and goes flying straight into the lava like that. Super annoying. Super frustrating. So that's the piston. I do need that redstone though. Come here, redstone. Which I have 12 of. And that, and these, and those. Great, piston. Next we need you, and I need 6 more cobble as well. Is that right? And another piece of redstone. So let's grab the redstone while we're at it, and then attempt to get 6 in a timely fashion. No. Yay. 2, good. 3, wonderful. I hate you, Vanilla Cobble Gen. 5, no. 5, yes. And Holy Grail, no. And 6, cool. So, need also 1 more. That will become quite clear in a second. Let's break you. Good. So, lever. And block breaker. And break you. And something I want to do here, just in case. Put those down. Yeah. No, we don't want you to face that way, do we? How do you work? You're like a log. Okay. So if we come over this side and place you against there, no, I guess because I am angled slightly up. Come over here then. Hey, great, perfect. Perfect and wonderful and brilliant. And that should break that, and that's not going anywhere because it doesn't have a chest or anything. So if I smash that, come into here and make myself a single chest, and there we go. Cobblestone. Brilliant. Brilliant. Now I just sit here and do this. We can automate this, obviously. And something I might do that a lot of the others might not be thinking about is using a vanilla timer. Where you make a circle of redstone with, I think it's 1 torch. I'll have to look it up again. And then break a piece of the redstone and it will flicker like mad, and that should automate this. Perpetually breaking cobblestone for us, which will be wonderful. So I'm going to leave it here, guys, but thank you all for watching. I really hope you're going to enjoy this series going forward. Please, again, let me know in the comments. And if you did like it, leave me a like. It helps the channel. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.